A community is different things to different people.
A community is where we live,
Where we go to school,
where we work,
where we worship,
and where we play.
but a community is also a place where we care.
We care about our history, our neighborhoods, our parks and lakes and streams, a place for our children to grow.
It's where we measure our success, not by how much we make, but how well we care for each other.
Hi, I'm Joe Lathrop.
And I'm Deb Holgren.
We are both volunteers for the United Way of Jackson County.
And we both believe that one of the best ways we can help our community is to give the United Way.
As we all know, these are some tough times for a record number of our friends and neighbors, and it's up to us to find a way that we can help our neighbors in need.
United Way has been helping people in Jackson County for over 70 years. Nearly 30,000 people are helped every year with emergency food and shelter, treatment for substance abuse, or finding quality child care.
One of the challenges we are all facing is finding affordable health care, especially if we aren't insured. But thanks to several community partners and the United Way, health care for people without insurance is now possible through Project Access.
Project Access provides a doctor's care for people in Jackson County who don't have medical insurance.
Mark Snedeker worked for over 20 years for a family-owned business here in Jackson County. When the business closed, Mark had to leave an aging mother behind, and when her health began to fail, he knew he had only one thing he could do.
I do work part-time, but most of my extra time, of course, is here taking care of Mom. And as primary caregiver, there's times when I just, can't be gone all the time.
Mark is providing care and comfort for his 81-year-old mother, Juanita. Unfortunately, Mark's own needs for medical care had gone unmet.
I went for a physical and an annual checkup, knowing, of course, that I didn't have insurance, that I was going to certainly incur some bills. But, I've always been one that's kept up on my, whether it's a vehicle or your own body, you've got to maintain it.
This past year, Project Access, a collaboration between the Jackson County Medical Society, United Way, the Jackson County Community Foundation, Lifeways, Foot Health System, and the Center for Family Health, made a commitment to provide health care coverage for Jackson County residents who were uninsured or underinsured. Mark Snedeker enrolled in the program earlier this year.
I'm grateful to United Way and Project Access that they've given me the ability to spend this time with my mom, that I do have this coverage without having to work 50 hours a week at a job right now, because there's always going to be work, but there's not always going to be Mom. I'm so grateful for that opportunity.
In Mark's case, he was able to find out about Project Access through friends and family.
But what if you don't know where to go or who to turn to? And if you are in a crisis, who is going to help?
Autumn Wood and her husband are living examples of how many of us are one paycheck away from having a financial disaster take over our lives. The young couple, lifelong Jackson residents, have struggled to make ends meet because of mounting medical bills.
Us being on the brink of not having insurance, it's difficult. 211 empowers the individual to fix their own problems, to help themselves. So it's a hand up, not a handout. I heard about 211 almost from its inception because I am one of those people that loves to read, and I'm always at Jackson District Library, and in the basement they have a setup where you can put pamphlets, and 211 had some pamphlets. And at the time, my husband was working, I was not, and we were having difficulties because of his medical condition and my inability to overcome some of the things that had been in my way.
211 is an easy-to-use 3-digit information and referral service that connects Jackson County residents with over 600 health and human service organizations. It is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and is a collaboration between United Way, Lifeways, and several other community partners.
Of course, the ball's back in your court, basically, because a lot of times you feel like life takes the ball away from you and then you can't play any longer, you have to go home and cry. 211 provides you with empowerment. It provides you with a way to improve your life.
211 is answering over 1,500 calls for help from Autumn and hundreds of people like her each and every month.
Clearly, we have a lot of people in need of help, many of whom are looking for some of the basic needs to make it through these tough times.
We have seen a large increase in our food requests over the past year. Matter of fact, in June of this year, we saw 93 more families than we'd seen in June of last year. We've had food donations from several different sources that have come in, and it seems like as quickly as we get these food donations in and get them sorted and on the shelves, they're going right back out again.
The needs that we're seeing is over the past year, approximately 700,000 pounds of food, which would be almost a doubling of last year. And our biggest groups that we're serving are children and seniors. And it's saying that the economy is in a pretty bad way right now.
Now it comes down to us. How can we make a difference for the thousands of our friends and neighbors like Mark and Autumn?
How can we make sure people can find the help they need through 211 or get medical care through programs like Project Access?
It's very simple. Make your contribution to United Way. Make it today. Make it right now.
Most of us feel like we are stressed to the limit and really can't afford to help. But let's put it in everyday terms.
A lot of us buy a soda or a pop from the store without thinking much about it. What if, instead of buying one soda each week, we gave that money to the United Way?
If instead of buying that soda, that one can of soda every week for a year, and donating that money to United Way instead, you could furnish food for 350 families.
You know, many of us can't get started each day without one of these super special coffees. But what would happen if we take the money that we spend on a coffee once a week and contribute it towards United Way?
For the price of one of those cups of coffee each week, you could give that money to United Way and help over 20 people in the Jackson community find the help and support they need to start improving their lives.
What about a fast food meal? Even without supersizing it, if we gave up just one fast food meal each week and instead gave the dollars to United Way, how could that make a difference?
For the cost of one fast food meal a week, organizations like Project Access and the United Way can provide comprehensive medical care for 3 of our friends and neighbors who have no way of getting medical insurance.
It's really up to us. A Coke or food for the hungry. A deluxe coffee or a phone call for help for a friend in need. A fast food combo meal or health care for an uninsured neighbor.
We have the ability to make a difference. Let's care about our friends in need right here in Jackson County.
Let's give where we live. Together, we will make a difference. Right here, right now, the United Way.